You always think IKEA is gonna be cheap until you have to buy every single individual piece.
Yeah.
Good news and bad news. Good morning, guys. It is a beautiful Sunday morning in Los Angeles. The first closet video just went up this morning, and it has pumped me up to get started on the next steps. So we are getting an early start this morning and heading out to Burbank to go to IKEA and Home Depot, and we're gonna get all of the supplies so we can hit the ground running on the next steps of this closet renovation, which is gonna be the built-ins, all of the stuff on the bottom down there, which I'm really excited about. I have a list, hopefully, of all the parts we need, and hopefully I'm early enough to get to IKEA that it's not going to be too much of an issue. I usually don't go to IKEA on a weekend, but here we are trying to make the best use of time, and hopefully I get there early enough that it's not insanely packed yet. We're gonna do that first to get that out of the way, and then we'll run to Home Depot and get all of the lumber and stuff that I'm gonna need to make this really look like a built-in. So let's do it. I'm excited.
Oh, it already looks busy, so say a prayer. You always think IKEA is gonna be cheap until you have to buy every single individual piece, and then it suddenly starts to add up. But I think we got it all, so let's get out of here.
Hard part's done.
So the first unit we're going to use in this closet is one of IKEA's Calyx shelves. And I'm one of those weird people that actually enjoys putting IKEA furniture together. It's like a fun puzzle to me. And I'm using the same walnut contact paper here that I used on the existing shelves in the closet to give everything one cohesive look. For the main portion of the built-ins, I'll be using 3 separate Besta frames from IKEA.
So yesterday was a really productive day. We got all of those units for the base of the IKEA built-ins. We got all of those assembled, and then we also framed out the walls around it to make it look custom and built in. Now, there are 2 spaces on both sides of that base unit. They're a little over 2 feet wide on both sides. One side is gonna be my built-in hamper, and the other side is a surprise project, which I'm not gonna tell you about yet, but you will learn about that soon. Stay tuned. Today, we're gonna work on that hamper. Okay, so this is the hamper that I found on Amazon, which I will link below. I really just wanted something in the built-ins that was going to slide out like this for my hamper. And I looked all over for just this mechanism that I could attach to an under counter or something like that. And I found some, but never that were the really right size, or ones that were like super expensive, ones that didn't come in the right color. Anyway, I found this on Amazon, and it was actually a lot cheaper than a lot of just the contraptions I was finding. So I bought this because it was the perfect width, it was the perfect height, it's the perfect color, and I said, I can work with this. So what I'm gonna do now is figure out, I'm gonna basically build a case around it. So you don't see any of the metal, you're just gonna see the wood, and then the only part you're really gonna see from the contraption is going to be the hamper. Okay, so we got this in place, and these blocks right here, obviously not structural, they're just there to make sure that the hamper's not gonna go anywhere when I open it, which it's not. This one, obviously, it's more sturdy, it's gonna be structural because it's gonna support the countertop, which is gonna go all the way across here. But we got this hamper in place, and it is not moving. So a quick note on the countertop. This actually hangs out over the edge here about 3/4 of an inch. And I'm doing this everywhere because I am creating all of this stuff flush to these frames, because the doors actually go on top of the frames. They're not inset, they are right on top, and they're between 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. But all of my facing that I'm gonna use is going to be 3/4 of an inch. So basically everything is gonna be flush with the doors. So I wanted this overhang to be flush as well, so that when the facing does go on it, it is going to line up perfectly with the countertop, and it'll all look like one cohesive piece. Fingers crossed. Also, none of the walls in this apartment are straight, so I do have a little gap back here on the other side of the countertop, but I kind of took that into account because I knew the walls weren't straight. So when I'm cutting my piece that's gonna go on top of here, I can cut that a little bit wider and make that perfectly flush with the wall and whatever rounding I have to do so that it sits up against the wall nicely. So this side is a little bit more complicated, a little bit different than the other side. The other side just went straight across. This side is going to end at this point, the countertop, and then it's going to go diagonally to a false wall out here. It's gonna jut out to the edge of the closet here. I'm not gonna tell you what we're doing in here yet, but I need to create that false wall. It's gonna come out about 6 to 8 inches, not too much from this side, and then I can create that exact cut, that diagonal cut for the countertop here. So let's create this wall first, and then we can make the countertop.
And again, I'm using that same walnut contact paper on all of the front facings.
So, good news and bad news. The good news is this thing is coming along really quickly, and I am loving how it is turning out. It's actually turning out better than I had seen it in my mind. That's a great thing. Bad news is I have run out of my walnut contact paper, and because I'm kind of using it as a wood veneer to cover large portions of this so it all looks cohesive, that means I couldn't really estimate how much I was gonna need, so I've been buying a couple rolls at a time. It's fine, I have more ordered. It's not gonna be here until the beginning of next week. So we have plenty of other projects to do in this. I am really excited to jump down into my secret project down here, which everything has been ordered and everything is in, so I can jump straight into this project, which we're gonna do next week. I'm really excited for that. Also, all of the shelving that I'm gonna build up here, as well as the extra rails. Anyway, this project is moving along so quickly and there is so much more to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Do not forget to like, give me a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.